Um, Today we're going to try this, Temur deck that has the splash of black cards for the Vraska and the Scarab in the main deck and the Nicobolus on the side. I have absolutely no idea how to sideboard this. It seems really awkward to me. I don't understand some of the cards, but it's basically what Yuya played at Worlds, and, you know, he's a master, so who am I to say anything? Really just don't understand the treasure map. I don't understand why it's better than Crafter's Bestiary at all. But we're going to jump right into the games and really hope that we don't sideboard beyond miserably. I've had a few people tell me they've had some success with this deck, and I kind of looked at the sideboard and sideboarding didn't jump out at me as the easy. I won the dash row though. That's always a fun start. I think this hand's a keep. Versus a blind opponent. We have good mana. Ish mana. Hey Chris, what's up, man? Not saw you around in quite a while, my friend. Hopefully it's going to go well. The sideboarding seems really awkward to me, but maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. I reasonably don't know what I'm doing, probably. Huh. I'm just going to play the Lone Tusk Cub. See if we can start developing some number of energies. So he has the black in his deck as well. Guess I'm supposed to get a swamp. Feel like pumping up the cub a lot's probably not worth it. Also feel that I don't know enough about the deck to actually know if that's remotely true. I don't think I need the mountain. There's no Glorybringers in this deck, and there's only 2 Chandras. And we already have double red with the Effer Hub. If there was Glorybringers, I might have thought about the mountain, but there's 0 Glorybringers in this deck. There's only 2 double red spells in the entire deck. Probably shouldn't have pumped that up a second time. Oh wow. He didn't make little dudes, and then he just scooped. I think that was a misclick by him. But maybe he just decided he couldn't beat what was on the board. I don't really know. We know he had a 4th land, but not sure what that concession was. Alright, so cards that I know that I want to bring in. Vizier is 100% coming in. Nicobolus is 100% coming in. I kind of feel like Nissa comes in, but I don't know if it comes in on the play and the draw. I'm confident it comes in on the play. Whether it comes in on the draws a little bit more, probably does, but I just don't know for sure. I think since he showed us that he has black cards, that means he probably has Veraskas. Hey, Koro. No, It's just not today. But anyway, since he showed us that he has, what am I trying to say here? Looking at Manguchi's sideboard plan. Oh, he doesn't even have a Nissa in his deck. He couldn't bring it in. Um. Anyway, what I was trying to say is I assume there's enough Planeswalkers that I at least want a couple copies negate. I don't know if I want 1, 2, 3 or what, but I know I probably want some. Definitely don't want this a braid, I don't think. Looking up the Kevin Yu sideboard, or Kevin Chu sideboard, Kelvin Chu sideboard guide real quick. If you're wondering why I'm like taking so long right now. Because I think he has a Nissa in his sideboard. He does. Let's see if he brings it onto play and to draw. On the play, he brings it in. On the draw, he does not bring it in. So on the draw, he does not bring it in. I don't think you can take out servants when you're playing the 6 drops and the 7 drops. I definitely probably am taking out cubs. I don't think you can take out the servants, or at least not all of them. Well, Buzzy, I didn't know that. Maybe I cut Chandra's too, but man, curving into a Chandra feels so good. Does make cards like this worse. What 2 cards would I take out for those if I wanted? I feel like this is one of the most important cards. Oh wow, I ran out of sideboarding time. I wasn't paying attention and I ran out of sideboarding time. Alright, well that's my fault. %100% my fault. I was not paying attention to the clock. No, I didn't press keep, so like it'll just be the main deck. Really? Like Brad Nelson and them were arguing about Hydra on Twitter last week, and he mentions he thinks Hydra is one of the most important cards. I was certainly killing that. Hey Dumbo, we forgot the sideboard. I kind of want to kill that one too. I don't think I'm going to kill the second one. I don't think they cast a whole lot more on 5 that I care about than 4. Yeah, I was right. He didn't play anything on 5 that I cared about more than 4. He does play things on 6 I care about more, though, so... Well, we have wonderful lands. All the lands in the world are friends. That's more lands. Swamp Arena? So I can turn this thing into a 5, he can turn that thing into a 6. I guess we can't attack. Well, he missed a land drop, so we know he has 4 spells in hand to our 0, so this is kind of bad. No, not that thing. Bad times. Not even sure what I would want to draw here. I assure you it's not that, though. Maybe we got some number of servants. Maybe we just don't keep all 4. Well. Or maybe he doesn't have a whole bunch of planeswalkers like we originally thought. He brought in Chandra's Defeat, so that kind of makes me not want the Chandra's at all. I think I can attack with that one now. Okay. Sure wish we'd sideboarded, because these Long Tusk Cubs would have been some kind of relevant spells had we sideboarded. So he left Chandra in. Hey, there's our Chandra. I guess he'll block, so... Casting to Chandra doesn't even do anything, does it? I basically have to hit exactly Rogue Refiner for it to do anything? So he like gets to 3-kill this? Goodbye, Chandra, we will miss you. I said Rogue Refiner, but I meant to say Whirler Virtuoso. You can do it, deck. Is it Scarab O'Clock? Looks like it is for our opponent. So we have 2 Scarabs, 1 coup here. Rip. And that's game. Alright, let's actually sideboard this time. So we definitely want these. We definitely want this. We definitely want this. I don't know about these. Didn't seem like he had a whole bunch of spells. I definitely do not want these. Definitely do not want this. Kinda want this. Maybe it's not good enough. Look how reasonable that looks. If he left Chandra's in, I wonder if it's okay for us to bring in defeats. Kind of like Chandra to play a lot. I'm just gonna try this. Yeah, I don't like taking out the Chandra either. I'm actually in favor of bringing in a Chandra to play. I think it's so good on the play. I don't know what I would take out though. I feel like I only have either room for this or this. I don't feel like I have room for them both, unless I'm cutting some number of servants or some number of hydras. Like, I think hydras are pretty good. Like, last game he just played a hydra and it brickwalled us completely. Huh. I don't like taking out Chandra. I don't like taking out Chandra either, but let's try one game without it at least. We'll probably get paired versus Temur again this league, and we might leave them in versus the next opponent. I don't really know how to sideboard, so we're just kind of experimenting. This hand's a keep. I guess we're going to get a blue land? Could get black, but I think we're going to get blue. Oh yeah, I figure we'll get more in. All the testing. So he saw that now. We have this thing in our hand. At some point I'm going to have to read it. I guess I could read it now. Ooh, that card's not bad. That card's not bad at all. Bye, our friend. I played a hub here in case we draw a fast land and a Whirler Virtuoso off of our 2 draw steps. We drew the fast land. Also, it can make us dance like there's no tomorrow. Offers the trade. I like dancing like there's no tomorrow. Opponent didn't block. That makes me think he's got a Vizier in his hand. Did not have a Vizier. Would have expected a block in that spot. I'm gonna kill this because I don't want him playing a 6-drop on his next turn. I want to be the first person to have the mana to try to play a 6-drop. You know me, I always dance. kill that thing. We need that thing. That thing was our favoritist thing. No, not another rogue refiner. That's a good one. Wonder why they left 2 mana up. They have a negate, we're going to be sad, aren't we? Guess we're going to kill it. You put it on top, by the way. Please no negate. That's fair, but at the time we didn't really even have the 7th mana. And we have to minus to do that, which is kind of scary because we don't know what the board will look like then. If he just plays a creature, we get the minus and get the mana though. Which I guess is nice. So, no Whirler Virtuoso, please? That'd be swell. That's a Whirler Virtuoso. That's our own little Whirler Virtuoso. I think I kind of want to steal this before we play the other one. Could have tapped my mana better. And like tried to bluff something. Okay. I guess it could have been worse. Might just be playing Nicobolus and ticking up. So it all depends on what he plays from here. Boss. No, not more planeswalkers. Rip. Rip World. So I play this and minus it and kill one of those guys and I just lose this to them? That doesn't seem like something I want to do. Am I supposed to just tick it up? I get to play it for free, right? Whatever it is he put on top of his library, he liked it. Yeah. I guess if he liked it, let's figure out what it is. Or let's attempt to figure out what it is. It's kind of weird he can always like put a bad card on top of his library right now. River's Rebuke, you say? Or Herrer? That was a swing of a card. Alright. That was definitely a swing of a card. So I think his plan now is to like play this Chandra and next turn be able to use this Chandra or an untapped land, either one to power out an ultimate from the Nissa to take out the Nicobolas. And a Rogue Refiner? That's not fun. Oh, not a Rogue Refiner. Huh. Put on bottom. Alright, let's start with this. That seems like a good card. Am I worried about the Chandra now? I think I'm still worried about the Chandra. Pretty sure I'm still worried about the Chandra. Could just do the damage to him. And I could attack him. Like casually put him at 3 with a Scarab God in play? No. Yes. I feel like those were good draws over the last 2 turns, though. I think I'm still going to attack the Nissa. If we get to untap with this, we're certainly going to win. Even if we don't get to untap like with this, like say he has a Confiscation Coup, we have enough mana to copy it with the Vizier and get the first trigger. And that River's Rebuke off the top of his deck was really good for us. It was like really, really good for us. So he has his own Scarab now, but he doesn't have quite the mana that we have, so what are we going to get back first? Let's see, so there's Rogue Refiner and Whirl of Virtuosos in the graveyard. Oh, okay, opponent's had enough. Yeah, I was probably going to get the Rogue Refiner first and the Whirl of Virtuoso, both in my upkeep. So we would have got to draw 1 card. Moto's not going to let us look. Alright. We beat a mirror. We figured it out. We won the game we sideboarded. I still feel like I want Chandras in the deck. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't want all the servants in. I was watching, like I replayed the finals of the World Magic Cup, and it seemed like both Yuya and his opponent, which I cannot pronounce his opponent's name, I'm not going to try, seemed like both of them had a large number of servants in their deck for game 2 and 3. They also both had negates in their deck for game 2 and 3. I don't know how many of each, though. They both had Chandra in as well. So I have no idea how they're sideboarding. At least Yuya had Bristling Hydra in. Like, I saw him play a Bristling Hydra. I didn't see either of them play a Lone Tusk Cub. I think they just shave on numbers and like force everything in. Yeah, ramping into walkers is pretty unbeatable, I think. This hand's keepable. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. I wish I could see some kind of like article or sideboard guide, you know, or like deck strategy or primer or something written by him. I would love to see something like that. Potentially another mirror. We've got a really good hand if it is. Just have to remember to play the forest next turn and not the root brown crag. Pretty sure I have to kill whatever 2-drop he plays, especially a mana producing one. Think I'd killed a Lone Tusk Cub too if he'd played it. I mean, there's websites that translate that stuff, but I don't think he even writes right at the moment. Wonder if I'm supposed to play the Crag next turn or the Sanctum. I guess technically we get to see what we draw before we make that type of decision, but... What is this? Whirler? Whirler Virtuosi? Attack. Please block. That's not a block. How rude, opponent. I guess it doesn't matter which one I play at that point. We have all the colors whenever we want them, so just make sure all of our lands come into play on tap then. Yeah, I mean, it takes some, but anything would be good enough. I'm pretty sure I'm just hard slamming Scarab next turn. And letting the world figure it out. Certainly attacking with both rogues, though. That's the easy part. I would also block with a rogue if given the opportunity. Let's start with this. I wonder if out any way to get the Scarab back that it's not, I wonder if any way to not get the Scarab back in our hand if it's wrong to play it because of confiscation. Big decision point here. If we play it and he has confiscation, we probably just lose, right? Definitely playing this either way, though. I think I'm gonna play this. I don't know how right that is. I'm afraid of just losing the game if I play Scarab. Oh, they're killing that one? So they're actually wanting to bank the energy? They didn't kill the Whirler? It's kind of interesting. Makes me think they really do have the Kuvin. Oh, that's better. That's better. Is there any reason for me to bank energy at Alvin? Like, banking these guys don't really do anything here. Alright. Maybe we should have just played this. I guess playing this didn't do anything. He had the Harness Lightning. Okay, no choice now. Ran out of options, friends. Bristling Hydra. So we're at least taking 6 here, I think. At least taking 6. he has an abrade or something, we lose the Scarab God as well. I think we kind of die if he's got like an abrade or a magma spray. Or even a harness. Yeah, he's got another removal spell, so we just lose. Well, that's a little sad. I thought our hand was great. Then we just died. Thought our hand was beyond great. Like, I legitimately thought our hand was super good. I think we're going to try the Chandra this time, at least on the play. Can't really cut the braids because we saw Skyship. Absolutely no idea what we sideboard out then. Have to lose 3 cards from here? I definitely don't want to lose all the servants. Maybe I can lose 1 or 2. I guess maybe we don't want all the negates. We didn't even see black mana, did we? Yeah, if I don't see the black mana, I don't think I want the negates. We'll try this. And I thought our hand was great last game, and we were on the play. We just like easily lost. Did we lose because of decisions? Hand's not playable. Hand's not good. I guess it's a keep. I think the Nissa, if you can get it down early, does a pretty fair amount. But what do I know? I think it's a good late game card too. We're already running on fumes. We've got Nico back in our hand though. So playing Whirler means he can't really play Chandra. I mean, he can, but he can't tick down. It's kind of pretty. Is it worth allowing a block in a trade here? I'll say yes. Probably play a zone. We get to play most of our spells now, at least. Yuya definitely had Hydra's Impost board. Oh, what do we see here, my friends? I just want to press F6, but I can't. Didn't attack. Does that mean he's setting behind an essence scatter? Could have played that for Hub pre-combat, I guess. Yeah, do you have a counter spell? Or are we just trying to do Hydra type things? We're trying to do Hydra type things. Well, does our go to never give him anything he can coove in? Depending on what his hand is, there's some chance that we just attack enough of these Hydras that we get him low enough that we can Nico peg him. I hear 7 mana deal 7s are actually pretty good. I will take my point of damage. Oh wow, he doesn't have anything? This feels great for us if he doesn't have anything. Smash! He's gonna take it all? Well, I'm gonna do an extra point of damage then. Alright, 2 untapped lands. Or 1 untapped land if he doesn't kill the servant, but I assume he has to be able to kill the servant at this point, right? There's just no way he's not killing the servant at this point. In fairness, the Hydras could just go all the way! There really is some chance that the Hydras could go all the way. I really just want to draw the 2 lands, though, and get him with Nico. No, I don't want to win any other way. It's Nico, baby. I don't even think it's Nico. I think it's Nico. Five mana? 6 mana? River's Rebuke make me sad. This River's Rebuke wouldn't make me that sad. He's just not using his mana again. Hey, yeah. I keep doing this all day. He's got 4 cards in his hand. What, like... Is it just like a bunch of braids and stuff? I'll pay 3 energy. I guess he could have like double lightning harness. I'll pay 3 energy. Wait, what do you mean? Why not? On the, well, he's gonna try to kill that one too? Cause I think he has multiple spot removal. Like, I legitimately just think he has a bunch of spot removal. Pay 3 energy? Yeah, but what if he had, well, I have to use the first pump first, right? Like I have to use the first pump, so what if he had 3 removal spells instead of just 2? Like, I just think his entire hand's removal spells. Like, I don't think there's a card in his hand. I think it's all removal spells. I feel like if we draw a land, we just win with Nico anyway. But I feel like every card in his hand was just a removal spell there. I didn't know how many of them they were, but like, he had a bunch of cards. He's not played anything for any turn. Like when I'm that far ahead, I try to think of how I can lose, even if it's extremely improbable, as opposed to like, how do I win quicker? Because like, I didn't think I could lose that game. Well, I mean, he drew 1 creature. Sorry, I guess he drew 3 creatures the whole game. But the Hydras come down, and our opponent's like, I've got a whole bunch of red spells. And the Hydra's like, I don't care. Screw red spells, buddy. Kind of happy we didn't have to show him this. If he's got River's Rebuke, I kind of want to bring the negates in now. Like, I don't want to lose a game just because of a River's Rebuke. I feel like this card's a lot worse on the draw. Maybe we can just sideboard that thing out on the draw. I'm not actually sure. I kind of want these in on the play. Because I'm a little more worried about him having these on the play. Let's try this time. No, that card's too good. We want to draw at least one of those every game, if not 2 or 3, don't we? I'm going to try it like this. I'm going to cut 2 servants this time because I believe that there's a good chance that we're spending one of our 8 red spells on 2 and 3 mana pretty often. Not actually sure if that's right. As I've constantly said, I have no idea how we're sideboarding this deck. So if we use this, we've got double blue already, we got double green already. We could get another red, but we have no double red in our deck. But if we don't get a green or a red, this comes into play tapped whenever it does come into play. Just playing this turn. Come on, red spell. That's not a red spell. Really wanted that to be a red spell. Now I kind of really just want him to play a Chandra. That's not a Chandra. It's another... By the way, hello, Ghoul. What's up, man? Don't think I'd welcomed you yet. Yes, I'm gonna play this one. Because this one's the one that makes... Guess this already makes Chandra bad, right? We need cards at this point. Wow, we need cards. Hey, at least we can press F6 now. Is this a Chandra? No, this isn't a Chandra. It's a Glorybringer. I don't want to have to kill a Glorybringer. We didn't even know we had those in the deck. It's the first one we saw. Hey, Sean. Good morning. Is this another one? No, this one actually is the Chandra. Okay. Sure. And our own Whirler Virtuoso? Oh, we're getting wrecked right now. Oh, it's just a Lone Tusk Cub? Alright, we don't care about a Lone Tusk Cub. I mean, don't get me wrong, a Lone Tusk Cub's good, but we don't care about it, do we? So I'm in a weird spot right now, I think. I really want to kill the Chandra because I want to loot a land away. But I think the Chandra does less than the Glorybringer. The Glorybringer's just going to beat us, isn't it? I think I have to kill the Chandra. That was a good draw. Especially if he doesn't have his own Chandra's defeat. Guess let's start with this. Alright, greedy plays are fun plays. Yeah, it does probably about the same amount of work on this board state. I had to go ahead and attack with the Whirler Virtuoso because he's going to use the Glorybringer anyway. He's going to exert. Well, at least I assume he's going to exert. I guess he doesn't have to exert. I think he's going to exert. Yeah, thought he would exert. Oh, it's getting worse, Mr. Koro. I'm double blocking a servant instead of chump blocking. You gotta be greedy, you gotta be greedy. Like, we would take that same 2 points of damage next turn anyway. But this allows him to have a removal spell and crush us. But if he had a Harness Lightning, he'd probably want to save it for this anyway. So, like, he probably has to be a Braid. Yeah. Oh well. Greedy play is greedy. Could have tapped my mana better. No, not a second removal spell. Why is he tapping 4 mana? Oh. That doesn't even seem that great here. Oh, it's definitely pretty far ahead. I guess that is... That's fun. I think he should have attacked first. I feel like he should have attacked first. Maybe we'll draw a Magma Spray that's not in our deck. Yep, wasn't bad at all. Alright. We have one draw step to rule them all. That's a draw step. Yeah, well, we're not just dead. Alright, well, we play on. He's got so many draws that kills us. I'd think Refiner would be fine to let me draw. Like, it's not very good. So we're going to have to kill this? We only have 5 more lands than our opponent. Please don't have drawn a Whirler Virtuoso. That's like best case. Okay. That's not that bad. He can obviously get the best spell there. And Glorybringer just kills us, but... as long as it's not Whirler Virtuoso, I feel like we have a fairly good shot of drawing something. Oh wow, that's the best card he got in 4? That's great. Did I ever show him that swamp? Yeah, I showed him that swamp a long time ago. Might as well play it then. I don't like putting the Rogue Refiner in the graveyard for a lot of reasons, because now if we just draw Scarab, it's like great for us. That was a good draw for him. And I don't think us redrawing Rogue Refiner was particularly anything that mattered. 110% snap block. As our servant is meaningless. Still have enough mana to play like the one dude and draw. Be nice if, you know, he just bricked an infinite amount of more turns. That's tapping mana, that's not bricking. That's tapping 4 mana, and that's game, because that's probably a Vizier or a coup. I guess it's not game. We can draw our own removal spell now. So we can draw any Harness Lightning, our second coup, or... Definitely attack with it, yeah. Alright. We play on. Think I play this land anyway? Yeah, I think I play this land anyway. We play on! Alright, now it's his turn to draw land, please. We've only drawn 4 or 5 more than him. Nope, that's tapping mana. Uh-oh. Rip. That's a bad sign. But we can draw ours. Sideboarded none of them out. Okay, good. Well. So we drew a land? That's fun. But we have to attack. This attack puts him in Nicobolus range. And we're not dead on board. If he takes the damage. He doesn't have to take the damage, but... If he takes the damage, this puts him in Nico range. So... Need to at least fade one draw step. Just draw land so we can have another turn, please. That's not a land. Okay, that is a land. So we get one more turn. Nico wins, Whirler Virtuoso makes us play on. Alright, what do we hit? You can do it, deck. We play on. I think we just have to fade Chandra's now. What? This game's a battle. It's a battle royale. So, alright. So we make the other guy, and we attack. Say he doesn't have... So he has a removal spell, and he kills that one. Chump blocks, chump blocks, chump block, or chump blocks, chump blocks. Like, he doesn't die, right? If we get to attack, what happens? Blocks there, blocks there. I don't think there's any reason to make the other one. Do I win if they have nothing? Let's see. This guy would eat this, then the two big ones would get blocked, and he would take 4. No. Probably shouldn't have made any tokens. Kind of getting ahead of myself. Hello, friend. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race then? That's not happening. That's not happening at all. Like, he doesn't have to block with everything. So that kills one thing, and he can just take this, but it can't block anyway, so... Just gonna save all our blockers. I think we're lethal next turn. I think we just have to dodge Chandra. And this is 6 damage, so he has to at least block one more thing. I mean, it's already forced blocks. I have 6 damage going through. So he has to block with one Thopter no matter what. And if he'd had a removal spell, he didn't have to block with that last Thopter either way. So I'd rather just play around a removal spell. Like, we're only dying to Chandra. Or I guess maybe something like a Ronus would kill us. It's like Chandra and Ronus would. He had the removal spell, so it was right for us not to attack all out. It's kind of interesting. Ended up taking 2 damage. So he did have the removal spell. The next turn we get to attack with 5 things. I think he was hoping I'd be greedy and attack with all the Thopters. So even if he has a removal spell right now, he kills this, blocks this, he's still dead. Because we know one of those lands is a, we know one of those cards is the land that he attuned for earlier that he never played. So he's only got 1 card in hand. Alright, we won that game. I was kind of hoping to just draw Nicobolus and win that way, but I'll take this. Man, we were drawing some power. Yeah, look at the top of our deck. Look at these. That's insane. Alright. Onward. I think our opponent was hoping that we would make a bad block. Take care, man. That game was great. win 1 out of the next 3 to obtain our money back. We did not win the dice roll. I think we played the game well. I don't know if we're sideboarding particularly well, but I do think we played the game well. I don't think this hand's a keep. I think it's too slow. I think this hand's a lot better, actually, even though we still can't cast a spell. I'm going to put that on the bottom. We really need to find a blue source or something, so I'm not super worried about if we don't hit our lands and don't get to play the Hydra. I don't really care about that. So these matches are supposed to be pretty hard. No censor, please. Rip. Little does he know how good that is against us right now. Our luck had to run out at some point, right? Oh, definitely not winning this game. Sorry, guys. Don't think we have much hope of winning this game. Guess we'll start with one of these. Just so that he can't use a cast out or whatever. Or another censor. I'm just playing this at this point. Giving up trying to play around things like cast out and censor. Just slamming our strongest threat as I possibly can because we're so far behind. And this thing's getting so big. I don't actually think I can win this game. I've already even hit F6 for this turn. I would just concede and move on to the next game, but, I mean, there's always that miracle chance that they draw literal nothing. If he shows me even an approach, which he just did, that's enough for this game. Alright, so sideboard versus an approach deck. We're certainly going to want these. I think we're going to want all of the Planeswalkers. Not sure if I want this or not. It seems okay, but I think we need to be fast to kind of beat them. Definitely don't want that. Definitely don't want these. Potentially can keep some of braids, I'm not sure. Don't think I want confiscation coups either. They're only good versus Kefnet. I think a braids are okay to keep because they can kill the front half of Regal Caracol and they can kill Torrential Gearhulk. But I definitely don't want a lot of them. Which one of these would I rather have? I really want either of them. I guess this can get us back one of our Planeswalkers. Not sure what the treasure map's in the sideboard for, though, if I'm not bringing it in matches like this. So, like, I probably should be bringing it in. Yeah, that hand's not keepable. That hand is. It's pretty much everything we want. We're definitely putting that on top, too. Which means we're not casting the Tune on turn 2. Or turn 1. Because I definitely want the Long Tusk Cub. See if we can get a green source here. Would not save that from an Effort Meltdown or anything if that's what he had. And we're hoping to dodge a Cast Out and a Gideon. Got a lot of things that we want to dodge. It's got Essence Scatter again. I'm not a big fan of Essence Scatter in that deck. It's so bad in like all the mirrors that I just don't think it's worth it overall. Start with this. Sure. Really need to draw, I don't know, a land, Planeswalker, something. He apparently also needs to draw a land, a Planeswalker, and or something. Going to attack first, just in case he has something like a farming market. Play the servant post combat. I don't even know if I want to play the servant at this point. Just gonna wait and play it next turn. Hold up our negate to potentially beat like a cast out, like a main phase cast out. Because we have 7 damage next turn either way with a negate backup. Oh wow. Well, we don't even have to play the servant now. Which is nice. Longtusk Cub is one of the ways to win this match, but he did unfortunately miss a land drop or two, so... Well, he missed one land drop. He did have to take 3 points of damage from his own Rivulet, though. Which was very helpful for us. Not something that happens real often. They have plenty of colored sources of lands. That way we can press F6. And move on to the next game. Which I don't think I'm making any sideboard changes. Sorry, guys. Still don't think I want any of this stuff. Just gonna run it back and hope to draw a Longtusk Cub and some negates. I don't know what to do about this hand. We have no early pressure, but we do have one negate and we do have one Chandra, which are probably our two best cards in the deck in this match, but I think we have to have the pressure. I think that's a mulligan as well. Yeah, this hand's a keep. The Vraska's Contempt's pretty awkward, or the two Vraska Relic Seekers are pretty awkward, but beggars can't be choosy right now. We'd already gone down to 5 cards, like we couldn't realistically go to 4. Maybe we could keep the 7, but I don't think we could keep the 6 at all. So this has to resolve for us to even have a chance. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Rip the 5-0 dream, but hopefully we can win one of the next 2 to at least break even. If he's cycling this, whatever we draw is just not going to resolve. We can probably scoop this game, but I guess we won't for the sake of the stream. Imagine if we come back and won, though. It would be epic! Would not be epic. It would be our opponent getting very, very unlucky. Untap and draw a Chandra and just hope he doesn't have anything? That can work. Didn't hit a land. That means he has lots of gas. Ever hub. That's not an Ever hub. It's the card that's going to win us this game, though. JK. Opponent just didn't do anything special. He just had 3 counter spells. It technically had 5 counter spells, but he used 2 of them as impulses. So he had more counter spells than we had of lands at this point. Yeah, I'm going to play that. Just because we need a 6th land for the Vraska's Relic Seeker anyway. Probably should have cycled it. I'm glad he cycled the Censor. Uh-oh. Ever hub. Woohoo! No counterspell? No, that's a counterspell. They brought in negates too? How do they have room to deal with anything that actually resolves on the board if they have negates, censors, supreme wills, and multiple essence scatters? Alright, well I'm going to play this one. I guess the one that gives me the highest chance of winning if it resolves. I don't think he actually has an approach in his current hand. This is probably going to get cast out or something. They reveal it themselves for 4, so it means it's in the top 3 cards. Which means they have a bunch of cyclers they get at this turn. If not, they don't. So 1 more cycler would do it, but they wouldn't have the land with 1 more cycler. So they need a land and something that cycles for 1 to win this turn. I really want to draw my second negate. I actually think we have a good chance to win this game if he doesn't have cast out and we draw a second negate. Could always try to be greedy and resolve this to get his approach. That doesn't even work because of the Ascanta. So I'm certainly upticking this. Let's see, he's played 1, 2 Supreme Wills. So we could pass here and try to play around Supreme Will, I guess? We could have just played the Whirler? So top card of his library is an approach. So if he uses this, he needs to take that approach. How are our frames looking? Frames are looking okay. We're down to 9 people. Wow, people hate watching energy. I think, opponent apparently has a rough decision here. He's trying to decide whether he's going to go for it or not. I'm assuming he doesn't have a cast out, because if he had a cast out, it's pretty simple. You just cast out, untap, get your approach, play it. If it gets counterspelled, who cares? You're at 25 life and you continue to play. If he's got a second negate, he wins too. So that's pretty easy. I guess that's less easy because if I have 2 counterspells, he gets his. Right, so he's... Oh, wow. Okay. That changes some things. He's already cycled 2 cast outs, by the way. So we know he's going to put one of these on the top and one on the bottom. It's kind of an interesting change of events, to be honest. To BH. Wonder what other options he had. I wonder what other options he had that's even remotely as good as this one. So bottom, top, the top will be the approach. So we know there's an approach in his hand. Well, we assume there's an approach in his hand. We don't know anything. I mean, I guess we have a chance. Hey! Wow, 4 months in a row. That's sick, Chris. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. This game become interesting all of a sudden. I'm pretty sure that I definitely just block here, right? Because if I used a braid, it, if I used a braid and he's got only 1 counterspell or a supreme will, he knows he can cast that approach. And we can always use this braid at the end of his turn. And we only need one of these to actually win. I guess that's bad versus exactly Regal Caracol. Looks like what he may have. Oh no, he's casting a Fumigate. Huh. That's kind of interesting. So... if we draw a negate, we'd probably win. I don't think it's worth taking a risk. I don't think his life matters. I think we just have to protect our 1 negate with everything we have. and hope to draw a second really badly. We're basically trying to kill with only Vraska. We're like super far behind, and we need to draw a second negate. I think if we draw a second negate, like next turn, we'd probably win. If nothing else, I think we bought ourselves extra turns with the way we chose to play. So now we know he has a Settled Wreckage. That changes things. Well, it doesn't really change anything since I was playing around it either way. Like, we're gonna get buried by this card, but that's okay. Not sure what we do to actually win this game. A disallow. That should be game. Think he'll go for it. He's got it. Well, maybe he won't. He does have a high life total, but may wait till he gets one more land. No, he's just going for it. He's not playing around anything. He seemed like a good player, and this is definitely a bad play. Unless he has a negate in his hand as well. If he has a negate in his hand, it makes sense. And he had a negate, so it makes sense. But yeah. So we didn't really have any opportunity to win there unless he just didn't have Settle that one turn. I guess we could have went for it. But yeah, he had the negate, so it made sense. I was going to say, without having that negate, well, it could have been Jace's defeat as well, but without having another way to counterspell a negate, nothing made sense there. Definitely play first. I don't think this hand's good enough either. This hand's also not great. I think this hand's a keep though. I think we'll keep. Opponent mulligan too, so I guess it's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that even though I don't know if I should. Our hand's real bad. I want a guaranteed 5th land for the Scarab. I don't know, keeping that land was probably bad. Because we're getting the 5th land either way if we don't draw mono spells. If we draw mono spells, we're in fair shape. Yeah, I think keeping that land was not very bright of me. Well, it looks like they mulliganed into what I call the best card. So probably not winning this game. Especially if they have a removal spell for the Whirler, which they placed on top of their library, so they're either going to have a Karl Zev or a removal spell, pretty close to 100%, or like a Harsh Mentor or something. Like, this Whirler's probably not going to be great. That card's definitely not good. Don't have anything else to play though, so... Hello, Whirler. I expected that. So, Bristling Hydra, maybe? That's like the one thing that can really pull us out of this? You can do it, Bristle Daddy. Opponent's apparently lagging or something. I had quite a few days in a row. Sorry about this being boring, anybody that's actually watching. Oh god, no! Yeah, so we need a removal spell now. That's not a removal spell, guys. We have no blocks. We just don't have any outs, do we? What kind of luck would we have to get to win this game from here? I feel like it would have to be rather insane. Just taking a minimum 4. Taking a minimum 5. All right, that's enough. Got smashed. All right. Well, what would come in versus them? At least these. Not sure about anything else. Take out some of these more expensive things. We'll take out some of these as well. I don't think I want any of this. Maybe this is okay then? Copy a Hazard. Alright, I'm down to try this. And we'll play first. Alright, we'll keep it. Seems fairly atrocious, but they did mulligan. Kinda feel like we need the blue mana more than we need the red. No Beaumont, please. That's a Beaumont. Hey, Geo, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the host. Hope your stream went well. Red Rober, do not kill this thing, please. That's... wow. Did I just cast one of these? Eh. Be greedy. I really want to land. Well, seems like being greedy paid off. Hey, Thundermo. How you been doing, man? How was Thundermo's Brews this week? I didn't get to watch. I think things this game are going a lot better than they were a minute ago. Guess we'll start trying to get the game over with now. Hey, Geo, thank you very much, man. Appreciate the support as well. A good bunch of train wrecks. I'm playing what's considered a tier 1 deck, and I'm having a good bunch of train wrecks. Started off well. We won 2 mirrors, and then I don't think we've won a game since the non-mirrors. I'm liking the look of this game, though. Don't care if he blocks. In fact, I want him to block. Oh. Sand Strangler's been becoming common even in the attack you versions. Yeah, you were who inspired me to try it. Well, I finally broke down and bought some cards too. I decided to stop being cheap. Hey, Jay. Good morning, Jay. When's the next cooking video coming out, Jay? I want to say the name Jay again. Hi, Jay. Jay. Oh. Hello, Chandra. How are you today, friend? I can press F6 if I do this. Yeah, this is also the more clean list, I guess. So he wants 3 random cards over the 2 in his hand. Sideboarded out the black cards so we don't have to get the swamp. So just grab a random red source. Sure. Is that worth 2 energy? Net 1 energy off of it either way. I guess we still have 3 energy either way, don't we? Oh, nice. Sounds like it'll be pretty nice. Oh, I didn't know that's why you wasn't streaming. Thought you were just too good for us, man. Thought you were just too good for us. Guess we have 16 life. Let's get the blocker out of the way. And try to end this in 2 attacks. Hey, we did it! 1 and 1. Woo! Still gotta win game 3 on the draw. That's always hard. I still don't really like this Vizier I put in the deck, but I don't like any of these sideboard cards either. Maybe the Skyship Sovereign's not complete trash. I don't like it. I thought I sideboarded out the Scarab Gods, by the way, but apparently I didn't. I even looked at my list when I said that, but no, they're still here. Hello, Scarab. I don't think Scarab's particularly good in this match. I really do just think Vizier's better than it. Talk me out of sideboarding out 2 gods for 2 Viziers that I also don't want in my deck. So you've been loving the boat. It has to be better than Scarab. I do not think Scarab's good in this match. I think if you get to the point where you're like doing Scarab stuff, you're winning anyway. Just don't want that card. That has to be wrong. There's no way that this is right. It's what I'm doing, but there's just no way that it's right. Ugh. As usual, 7 card hands without lands usually look pretty good. Goodbye, hand. Alright, we'll keep it. I don't think I'm going to keep that. We already have something to do on 2. It does do that. We have 3 Chandra's defeats and 1 Magma Spray, but we've not saw any. They have a good draw. Just taking this damage. I'm going to try to kill a Rampager. Don't really want to put the Earthshaker in his graveyard anyway. Alright, got wrecked. This is worth 1 point of life to risk it, though. Grixis. I had a list of it somewhere. I forgot what I did with it. It's probably in my favorites still. It'd be nice if he played a Rampager, but I guess we'll kill whatever he has played. Did I really not tap blue? This thing's definitely dead. Could have played the hub. Then if I top decked the hub, I would have been able to get another. Goodbye, Rogue Refiner. We will miss you. You were our favorite Rogue Refiner. This is probably Chandra and or Hazoret, and both of them were equally as great. That's a pretty good draw here, I guess. Can't complain about that. Alright, we're doing things, friends. So him playing Land Glorybringer would be like best case scenario for us. Even if we played Hazoret, we have outs of like drawing a Confiscation Coup. Just taking damage here. What 5-drops do we have in our deck now? None that we care about, I guess? guess we'll leave one back just in case he draws a Hazard. I'm not leaving two back for a Glorybringer. If he has Glorybringer, he's got it. If he's got Shock, he's got it. Can't play around everything, so we play around just the most high impactful thing. I'm not going to play around combinations of cards. Definitely too far behind to play around combinations of cards. Well, not behind, but like behind in my life total is what I'm trying to say. We did actually sideboard them out this time, for sure. He doesn't need to know that, though. He didn't have a desert for the Sand Strangler. That was kind of cool for us. No. That's what I call very likely to be game. We have two confiscation coups though, and we have our own Vizier, so like it's not just over. It's just not great. So we have like 4 reasonable draw steps here. This isn't one of them. It's kind of one of them, right? So we know we want to chump block that, and we know we want to try to kill that. I guess we can only attack with this then? Still one bad habit that I've never had so far. Really need to draw a coup. Red Rover, send us a coup on over. Maybe I should have left Scarab God in here. Like, Scarab would have been good on several of these draws. If he's got a removal spell to kill one of these, that's just whatever. Going ahead and doing this for the F6 value. Well, that doesn't do anything. Here you go. Information that you don't need. Alright, so I guess if his hand is absolute trash, we're still dead. This hand's absolute trash, we still probably just can't win. So rip. Alright. Well, that sucked. Round 5 time. So this is the build we're playing today. I've not brought the treasure map in a game. Like, I don't actually know if I like the treasure map. I don't understand it. get to play first for round 5. We keep here. Yuya had it in his deck at Worlds is why we're trying it. But like, it seems worse than Bestiary to me. I don't know where you want it. Boo, they have a tune and we don't. What do we do now? Assume he kills this? The hand's reasonable. Is that the land he got for us? Yeah. It's the same land we got too, so get it out of here. Could have used a mana this turn to do the same thing I just did, but I think I would rather deal 2 damage randomly. Hey, thank you for following, Niku Master. Appreciate it, man. I'm not good enough to have alerts or anything. I apologize. Guess we'll start with a ticking up. See how powerful the card is. Not powerful at all. We're not fair. Try to get something that can help us protect the Chandra, I guess. We get to get a Thopter off of this as well. So I think it's fine. A bit of a waste, I guess, but the Chandra can win these games. That might not have been worth it because now we don't have black mana or even a second red mana for the following turn, but no, don't have tons of spells. And Aronis? Yep, bad times. I guess start with a tick up. Guess I'm gonna play this. You hear MTGO sounds? I certainly don't. That's kind of weird. There is no sounds on my side. That is very, very odd. I hear nothing but a loud mouse clicking. So this card's very hard to beat. I think it's pretty terrible versus almost every deck in the format, but it's really good here. Wonder how I turned them off. Does this work? Do you still hear them? Let me know if you still hear them. Well, I guess somebody has to take an action at some point, but you can do it, Chandra. You're our favorite Chandra. Alright. Well, you can't even attack like that, so. Um. So just let me know if there's still sounds. I can try to turn them off. Like I said, I don't hear them. Yes. Crisis averted, friends. So we have to dodge like a Glorybringer next turn or a Chandra of his own. Up she goes. That's a good draw. Now we don't have to worry about the Glorybringer, so that's nice. Really don't have to worry about the Glorybringer, do we? I think I'm going to cycle the ticket at some point, so. Turned the corner there pretty good. So it's a Lone Tusk Cub. Going to ultimate this Chandra as fast as I can possibly do it if I get to untap. I think I'd rather block with just one of these, because these attack harder. That thing doesn't have trample, so. Let's start with this. See what we're looking at. Oh, hello. Um, if I attack off all of those, it's just one spell? Sure. So no matter what, I only have to draw one spell now? Before we're dead? Yes, whatever. Or even if we don't draw the spell, and that's if he deals with the Scarab. If he doesn't deal with the Scarab, we just kill him during our upkeep? Is that right? Yeah, we have 8 mana. We don't have energy though, but we get energy back from the first thing we kill or take, which would be, depending on what he killed of ours. But yeah. So he basically has to kill the Scarab, and we have to not draw a card. And by steal the Scarab, I mean steal it. I feel like we've won this game unless there's a coup over there. And if there's a coup over there, I still like our odds of winning before he can close. So I'm going to be pretty mindful about this card. Because this card can definitely steal games. Sam Ball played this in his list to great success. Just think it's really bad versus like all the red decks and stuff. Alright, well we got game 1. And we're definitely bringing in these. All these. All these. He showed us a swamp. But I don't know whether it's just a splash. Definitely taking out these. 5. So that part's the easy part. The hard part's deciding between cards like these 7. Because all of these 7 cards like go up and down in value based on how their deck's constructed. Like Chandras in general aren't particularly great on the draw. But I don't know if I want the Chandra's defeats or the negates. I kind of want some negates too, I think. I don't really know what to take out for the negates. I feel like I want this other negate in the deck, at least one of them. I don't even like cutting the first servant. Can you? I've always considered it was a card that I always wanted to draw. That's a good point. This is probably not as good on the draw as it is on the play. Yeah, I'm down to try that. I know Andrea's article has him sideboarding out one of these. I don't remember if it's on the player to draw and one of these on the other, but like I've always felt like I wanted to draw multiple of these because the first one usually dies, so I usually want to draw at least 2 a match. And I'm not upset often when I draw the third. Generally, when I look at a card, if I'm putting 4 of it in a deck, it's a card that I don't get upset if I draw 3 of in a match or in a game. And I'm pretty sure I don't normally get upset if I draw 3 of that card. I would get pretty upset if I drew 3 servants, though. Alright, I talked myself out of playing that servant. Don't really want this Chandra's defeat either unless I know they're on Glorybringers, and we didn't see a Glorybringer, so that's probably terrible. This hand is certainly a mulligan. Yeah, this hand's a keep. Certainly don't want that. I like to say certainly. Certainly, sir. Suffer and succotash. I don't think Fiending with the Attune is that great since we're shuffling the land back in anyway. We can always do it on a different turn. That's disappointing. So he left his Cubs in on the play. And we managed not to draw any of our 6 answers for it. So this could be an easy game for him. Kind of telegraphed that we had a Chandra's Defeat type card as well in our hand. Since we didn't Magma Spray the Cub, and since we left 1 mana open like that. Yep, this game's going to be over quick. I'm pretty sure I've only rebought one card with Scarab God this entire tournament. Bottom. Not not sure how we're gonna pull this one off. So he had a 1-drop, 2-drop. He had his best 1-drop, his best 2-drop, and his best 3-drop. That's already pretty bold, or pretty great for him. That's kind of weird. He just used the 0 ability on it after bottom. So I can't block here. It's just more energy for him. Not sure. No, definitely not sure what that was. It's not looking like it matters a whole lot. He zeroed it again. He definitely just zeroed again. Hit a land this time. He didn't make Thopters either. Our opponent clearly has a different plan than whatever I have. I mean, I can't block. He just gets infinite energy. I guess I should have Chandra's defeated before I didn't block. Because I would have been able to block if he'd made 2 Thopters. That was a bad play by me. That was a real bad play by me. Very bad play. Can technically block, I guess. Yeah, I played the last sequence like really bad. Really bad. Doesn't seem to be doing much. Maybe his hand's just like terrible. Might just be like a couple removal spells or something. He zeroed Nissa again. I guess we need to draw our own Whirler. This is a lot of mana. Oh, so Vraska? Rip. Not sure how we can ever beat everything at this point. If we just cast a Vraska, it dies, and we take 3, 4? Is that our best option still? If we get done tap with it, I guess we're in an okay spot. We're not going to get done tap with it, though. Pretty sure that we wouldn't have been close to being in this game had he just upticked Nisso one more time before he started zeroing. Depending on what happens this turn, we may end up being far enough behind that we have to nick a Bolus and hope there's a River's Rebuke on the top card of his library. Could potentially be that far behind after this play. Could not be, too. He did scry this time. Put a card on top, though. Put 2 cards on top. That means they're good cards. One, two, three, four, five, six. Nope, the River's Rebuke was in his hand. Alright, so how can we possibly beat everything? We just can't, right? Let's think of, is there any way to try to beat the board? If we play the creature, he can just kill it. Even if we kill that. No. I think we have to. But that doesn't even win, though. Then untap land at any point kills us because of this. Well, it doesn't kill us because of that, but... I'm not sure what we could hit. Eh. Nothing else that's fun, right? We did bring in some negates, I guess we could draw a negate. I don't know if that would win. I think we'd have to hit cards on top of that. Well, what'd you leave on top of your library? A bristling hydra. Well, that doesn't do anything. I guess we technically wasn't dead. But we're fair enough behind that I'm willing to give up. Alright, so... yeah, we wasn't technically dead. I probably shouldn't have scooped there. Kind of want all of these cards back. And I kind of want this now that we see that he's on fairly heavier planeswalkers. I don't think I want those. I definitely want these. Definitely think I want this card. Didn't like siding it out last game, and I felt horrible when it was sided out. There's really nothing else to cut, is there? Does it kill us? don't think we were dead that turn. Oh, you're talking about he didn't have enough mana to ultimate the Nissa. So we would have had a minimum of at least one untapped step to draw in a gate. Really want this? This has to come in the deck. I want all of these. So I want 64 cards here. There is literally not room for 64 cards. Yeah, fine, I give up. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Wonder if it's safe to take out an Abrade. We have no green mana? I don't think I can keep this then. That's unfortunate. The hand was very good if we'd had the mana. Alright, we'll keep. Unfortunately, we had to put that on the bottom. This hand's not good. Got a lot better now that we can actually cast all of our spells. Even if the spells are slow and not very pretty. What? Opponent doesn't have black mana either? Or, sorry, green mana either? It's kind of weird. Are we going to cast a Chandra or the Hydra? I think we're just going to cast a Hydra. No, probably going to cast a Chandra, right? It's the one that if he kills, we care less about. The Hydra, we don't even have the energy at the moment to protect. So if he like kills the Chandra, we still have the other Chandra, so that's fine. If we just played the Hydra or the Whirler, I guess we could have played the Whirler Virtuoso. I really wanted to get the max value out of our lands. Discard a Harness Lightning. That sucks. Double green means it's Hydra. That's like worst case scenario for us. Fodder hand was good, but we kind of got pretty far behind here. It'd be nice if he just let the Hydras trade. Okay, that doesn't change much. I guess that means if he has a lightning harness, he can spend all of his energy and kill our Hydra. If he's doing all that to kill our Hydra, I think I'm fine with that. On a personal level, I just kind of want to trade them. So I assume this is dying now? Well, we can kill this. For the cost of 2 spells? A mana would have been nice, but... It's not going well. He's got an additional card in our hand. In his hand and us. We do have a Chandra, but... I think this comes down to who plays the next 5-drop probably wins. Next Bristling Hydra, potentially. That's true. That is true, Guo. I was looking that I could play these 2 spells next turn, but I'm probably just wrong. Hopefully he doesn't have a 4th removal spell, because if he has a 4th removal spell, he gets to kill the Chandra for free. And if he gets to kill the Chandra for free, the game's probably over. What can you do? There's a good chance that's just game. These Chandras were really bad this game. I didn't play this game well, though. I definitely should have led on... Instead of playing the first Chandra, I 100% should have played the Whirler Virtuoso. We drew the first big threat. Starting off with 2 colors, so that means it's a big spell of their own. The only threat that matters, really. Alright, Ku, you can do it. Well, we drew it in time to not die on the spot. Gives us 2 more draw steps. I feel like I've played this exact game before and that did not work out well for me. At the moment, he doesn't technically have another black mana. Our kingdom for an untapped land or a scarab of our own. He now has a black mana. Also would accept coup. That's what I would refer to as none of those things. There's not that many good cards in the graveyard either. I wonder if it's ever okay to kill my Whirler here just to get back, just to be able to buy it back. What do you guys think? So I could kill my Whirler and then entomb his Thing, but that's probably not good enough. We're just too far behind if we do that. It's whatever. I'm counting on drawing this land. Preferably an Aether Hub. So any untapped land or any coup is reasonable. Harness. The 4th Harness Lightning lets us rebuy that same play that we had a while ago. And Attune Forever means we're just dead, right? Well, we're not just dead, but we can still draw a coup. That sucks. As another removal spell, we are just dead. So you can buy back 2 things this turn. And 2 things isn't something that we can even beat when we did steal the Scarab God, so we're just dead. There's no River's Rebuke in our deck, so. Alright, looks like we went 2-3 this league. We beat 2 mirror matches, lost to 1 mirror match, lost to red deck wins, and lost to blue-white approach. I do not feel... I didn't play perfectly, but like... I don't actually feel like if I'd played well that I would have won this game. Even if I'd sequenced my turns better early, he still just got to this and won. Because nothing that we'd have done early... Sure, it might have gave us a better advantage on the board or whatever, but literally nothing beat that. I guess I can't block. Could have prevented 1 damage, I guess. Does he have a negate? He does have a negate. That's not good. I guess if his hand is very bad, then we still have a chance to draw an untapped land. If we untap land and get a River's Rebuke off the top of his deck. And be at 3 life. We still have that out. If he's got a removal spell, we're just dead on the spot. Be a heck of a comeback. Still be a hard game to win, mind you. Especially if the amount of energy he'd be getting when he replayed these 2. And he'd still have this, but... So And he's got 9 mana, so like I don't think we can win no matter what, but like it would be cool. Have to admit that it would be cool. Their draws were very uneven, I think. You can do it, deck. You did not do it, deck. GG. Yeah. The mana was more awkward than the 3-color builds. The black cards didn't seem great. I mean, Scarab God seemed great, but like the Vraska didn't seem particularly good. The Nicobolus did some cool things, but it didn't seem particularly good. Not having 4 Hydras seemed pretty bad. Not having 4 Negates seemed pretty bad. The 3rd Chandra didn't seem particularly good. I'm actually pretty sure Chandra's not great in the mirror. If it's not great in the mirror, I don't know why I want 3 at ever. Because, like, Nissa's probably technically better versus the blue-white approach. Not better. But I'd rather have 2 and 2 so I can draw 1 of each. I don't know. I think I played reasonably well in every match except for the last one. I don't think I played particularly well that last match. I also don't think if I had played well it would have mattered. I just don't know if it's better than... I don't know if... I think I would just prefer, if I wanted another cheap Planeswalker, I think I'd rather have 2 Nissas, 2 Chandras instead of 3 of one and 1 of the other. I'm also not really worried about control. Like, I don't think I want a single card in my sideboard other than the gates that I only want versus control. Because control is just not popular enough for me to care. If control was more popular, I would feel differently. Because obviously control is not a good match, but like, it's just not popular. I didn't bring in the Skyship Sovereign versus a single match. I'm not sure where... I mean, I brought it in once versus Red Deck Wins, and I don't even like it there because they have a Braid. And the most popular control decks at the moment are both blue-white Approach and blue-white Drakehaven. And I'm pretty sure a 4th Negate's needed versus both of those decks. As an Approach player, I feel like I beat 100% of Temur decks that don't draw 2 Negates in their top 15 to 20-ish cards. So like when you drop down to 3, it's pretty hard to do that. I don't really care what else they have other than Negates. Like, this is a bold statement, but I think as a blue-white Approach player in post-board games, if you took all of your counter spells out of your deck except for 1 Negate, and I let you start with it in your opening hand, pick the 7 cards you wanted to start with, and draw whatever card out of your deck you wanted to every turn, I think I'd still go 50-50 with you. Like, I'm really not worried about anything they do that's not a 2nd Negate. And depending on how my draw lines up, like, I don't even care about the 1st Negate sometimes. In the scenario that I just mentioned, I would obviously care about the 1st Negate, but I still think I just win that match. I guess I'm going to have to play this deck more. What does Sam Black's build look like? I'm pulling up Star Cities right now to look at Sam Black's list real quick. I'm pretty sure I'm done for tonight, but if Sam's Black's very different than this, maybe I'm not. He's got 2 Glorybringer. He's got 3 Chandramain. He has a 4th counter spell. He only has 1 Vizier in the deck. Our Viziers were really bad tonight too, by the way. He cut a land? What did he cut? He cut 1 removal spell total. And 1 land total. Well, every game we played was, or every match we played tonight was also 2-1. I really don't like Chandra though. Let's close that real quick. Where in the world did I save that? So this is his build? He's got double appetite? What do you want double appetite versus? Are gifts that popular? Gotta take the spell pierces off the account that's not our dumb one. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother to update the deck lists and stuff like that, but because I don't know if we're going to do the entire league. But let's go ahead and play a couple rounds, I guess. At least 1 round. Bonus magic. Alright. Sorry about that. I guess I decided I will update the image. Because I'm efficient. I'm going to join this match real quick. Now I'm going to update the images real quick. What did I do wrong? There we go. We're certainly going to be mulliganing this hand. Sorry, I couldn't bring myself not to update the image. Too precise to do that. And you'll have to give me 1 moment because I'm going to actually restart the stream real quick.